Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a knife video for you. Trying to make up for lost time. I've got a couple of videos that should come out in the next few days here. So this is one that recently showed up. This is the Spyderco Stretch. I'm sure you're all familiar with it, but it's the XL version. So let me quickly throw a pair of two in here just to give you an idea. The original Stretch, if you remember, in fact, I did a comparison video, side-by-side comparison between the Pair 2 and the normal Stretch, I guess the straight spine Stretch, and you'll recall that they're almost exactly the same size. So essentially, by throwing this Pair 2 in here, you can see this is how much bigger, okay, the XL Stretch is than the original Stretch. So the original Stretch is the same size as a Pair 2, 8¼ inches. All right, so significant difference there, significant difference on the blade, significant difference on the handle. All right, we've got a much, much larger knife. And I'll bring in some other comparisons in a couple minutes just to show you where this lands in relationship to a number of other popular knives. All right, so I've liked the Stretch for a long time, way back when I had one in a Gomi Super Blue. That was pretty cool. When the straight spine Stretch came out, I was really enthralled with that. I've had a couple of those, including the one in K390. And now the XL Stretch is here. And I was equally excited to get my hands on it because I thought, look, if it's as comfortable and as capable as the original, but it's just bigger, I mean, what's not to love? And that's essentially what this seems to be. My first impression is, hey, if you love the Stretch but want just a slightly bigger one, you're going to like this. The one thing I will say is as soon as I looked at this blade, I couldn't help but be reminded of the military. And so we are all waiting with bated breath. At least I'm waiting with bated breath for the military too. I think there might be some out in the wild already, but I cannot wait to get my hands on the military too. Perhaps this can be my consolation prize, or this can kind of get me by while I'm waiting for it. So this knife, being XL, is 9 inches overall. Okay, it's actually just a hair under 9 inches. The blade is just under 4 inches. The cutting edge is just over 3.5 inches at 3 9/16. Okay, so cutting edge, measuring from here to the tip. Closed, the knife is 5.5 inches. All right, still pretty slim. Okay, not a huge knife in pocket. And it weighs, for all those big numbers, right? This is a 9-inch knife. This weighs only 2.7 ounces. That is absolutely impressive. Now, I said I'd get some other comparisons in here, and so I want to take that opportunity and I'll make a sort of a side point with this. Okay, so here is the Cold Steel Recon 1, similar sized knife, but this being so lightweight and so svelte, it kind of puts it in a different class. All right, so this is going to be great for lots and lots of different things where you're primarily going to be doing some light slicing stuff. I would not consider this to be like a hard use tactical folder that is going to be like my go to war option. That would be the Recon 1. Okay, so I just want to throw that out there. And since, many people are familiar with the Recon 1, you can see here, if you've ever wished for, a slightly lighter Recon 1 that was primarily about cutting stuff, like this will do a great job. Okay. I'm trying to think if I have anything. Oh yeah, here you go. Obviously, Rat Model 1 is a very common, well-known, well-loved knife. So there it is beside a Rat 1. And let me throw in, oh, I know, I got another bigger knife here, Benchmade Crooked River. So there you go. That should give you a good handle. That should let you kind of wrap your mind around how big this knife is, and that should help you decide whether or not this is a knife that you're going to be interested in. VG10 is the steel here. Spyderco multi-directional FRN. I mean, we're very, very used to this. If you've ever had an Endura, Delica, anything from the Salt series, like on and on the list goes. There's tons and tons of Spydercos done like this. It's a good option. It's comfortable. It's grippy. I have no complaint. I do want to comment on this by way of first impressions, and that is the big selling point on the Stretch is the ergonomics, and the ergonomics here are really, really good. So definitely a win in that department. So yeah, uh, what are my sort of initial thoughts with this knife? And as I say, I'll spend some time with this and come back with a full review. But my first impression are, yeah, nice big knife. It feels great in hand, very slicey blade, extremely lightweight for its size. It's lightweight even if it was an inch shorter than it is. So a ton of utility in a very lightweight package is how I would describe this. If you want one of these, I think they may have some in stock over at White Mountain Knives. Either way, check in the description box. You'll find some channel sponsors there. And if you use those links or that discount code Sharp Stuff, that does help the channel a whole lot. I'm going to thank you for watching. And if there's anything else you'd like to see compared with this, you'd like to see me do something with it, like, hey, do you want to, maybe I'll do some food prep with it. I mean, it looks like a pretty obvious choice for food prep. It's big, long blade, fairly slim, fairly slicey. Anyway, let me know. I'll do some testing on this and come back in a few weeks with a full review. We'll talk to you later.